तो हेलो, आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं मोहम्मद नाफिद भाई, एथिकल हैकर। इन्होंने बहुत सारे बग बाउंटी प्रोग्राम्स जीते हैं और आज भी जीत रहे हैं। आज भी इनकी एक स्टोरी हमने देखी थी जिसमें ही हैव वॉन अ प्राइज एंड हॉल ऑफ फेम। सो आज हमारे इन्होंने डब्ल्यूएचओ की वेबसाइट में बग बाउंटी प्रोग्राम जीते हैं, पोर्शे, ऑडी, नासा एंड मेनी मोर्स टू लिस्ट। तो नाफिद भाई, आप अपना एक, वैसे एक छोटा सा इंट्रो हमने दिया था, आप बताएं अपने बारे में कुछ।
हेलो गाइस, मैं हूँ मोहम्मद नफीद। मैं एक एथिकल हैकर हूँ, वेब एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी रिसर्चर हूँ। जो कि मैं इसका स्टार्ट करके मैं वेब एप्लीकेशन स्टार्ट करके एक 2 मंथ्स हो गया है। जो कि मैं 2 मंथ्स में मेरा इंटरेस्ट के वजह से मैं इतने सारे बग्स फाइंड कर पाया हूँ। और इतना ही, मैं हूँ तमिलनाडु से, इंडिया भी से बिलोंग करता हूँ। और उतना ही मेरे बारे में। चलो।
जी। तो नफीद भाई, लाइक हाउ यू स्टार्टेड इनटू लाइक गेटिंग इनटू साइबर सिक्योरिटी, क्या थी आपकी स्टोरी, कैसे आप साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आए? और अभी जैसे आपने बताया इतना कुछ आप कर रहे हैं, नासा, डब्ल्यूएचओ, ऑडी, पोर्शे और इतना सब कुछ कर लिया, तो क्या रही आपकी स्टोरी?
सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जब मैं फिफ्थ स्टैंडर्ड में था, व्हेन आई वाज इन फिफ्थ स्टैंडर्ड,
हम्म।
so I was playing small games like Clash of Clans and offline games, Subway Surfers, etc.
हम्म।
So when I used to play those games, so I tried, why don't we get money like to hack the game? So
या।
first of all, I got the idea and I tried to search for it.
ओके।
And I got to know about hacking the games. And we all know about Lucky Patcher, right?
या।
I started from there. I started to hack the game from Lucky Patcher and getting money. So I started from game. I started to hack game, and then I left games, and then I planned to come outside the game and search what is there in the field of hacking. So when I searched, so there was lot of things in hacking, like social media was there. The hacking belongs in hacking is there was there many types. Okay,
ओके।
like physical hacking, network hacking, web application hacking. Those days I don't know much about web application hacking, etc. So I started with tools like started with Termux. Okay, so I started from there. I started using tools, creating phishing sites and brute force attacks. Not to know, like that, my interest was started. So then, I in the eighth standard, when I was eighth standard, I came to know about web application security. I heard about bug bounty hunting. Okay, when I tried to start bug bounty hunting at eighth standard, but I didn't understand anything. So I concentrated on my studies. So it is important. I was in the CBSE board, so I concentrated on that. Okay.
ओके।
So then later, I actually focused on the bug bounty hunting after my first semester college ended. So during I got 20 days holidays. So in the 20 days holidays, I went to Portswigger website and started to practice and solve labs and read many medium articles, etc. Okay. Before that, I know what web application hacking and what are the vulnerabilities was there. So like that only my journey started, and the interest in this field was more high for me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like it's really sounds interesting. And for
Mhm.
like the viewers, can you please explain what exactly bug bounty is? Like for the people who are not like really into it right now, but they are interested in and wanted to get into this. So what exactly bug
Mhm.
bounty is?
So bug bounty program is reporting and finding vulnerabilities. So you have many types of bug bounties. So like you have web application and API testing, and you have what to say, Android bug bounty
Exactly.
testing, you are there.
Hmm.
So many types of that. So bug bounty means it is improving security posture. Okay, so where you can report bugs to the companies like security flaws, and you
Hmm.
can able to, they offer you monetary rewards, and the recognition, and open you can show the skill. You show your skills.
Yeah.
So that's the bug bounty hunting. You will be paid if you report a valid vulnerability.
Yeah. And for the viewers, if you wanted to know how much people are getting paid and everything, you can just visit the Instagram handle and different social media profiles of Nafeed Bhai. I will be linking that in the description. आप देख सकते हो वहाँ पे उनकी स्टोरीज अवेलेबल हैं कि कितना अच्छा मॉनिटरी वेज में आपको एक मोटिवेशन हो सकती है, बट डेफिनेटली हैकिंग में, एथिकल हैकिंग में, साइबर सिक्योरिटी में मोटिवेशन के बहुत ही एक अलग डेफिनेशन रहती है, जिसको जिसको एक मजा आता है ना साइबर सिक्योरिटी में, दैट्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ मोटिवेशन, बट डेफिनेटली मॉनिटरी वेज भी आपके लिए अ लेवल ऑफ मोटिवेशन रह सकते हैं। तो आप जाके चेकआउट कर सकते हो कि कैसे कितना कितना अमाउंट मिलता है। अमाउंट विल नॉट बी डिस्कसिंग ओवर हियर कि कितना अमाउंट मिलता है, विल बी जस्ट बी डिस्कसिंग द टेक्निकल पार्ट ऑफ द साइबर सिक्योरिटी एक बाउंटी प्रोग्राम्स। So, Nafid bhai, if someone is
Hmm.
totally a newbie, someone into 8th standard or 7th or 9th standard, wanted to get into ethical hacking and cyber security, what should be the roadmap for him or her?
So, in if you want to get into cybersecurity, first of all, you need to understand the cybersecurity domain is has subdomains very large. Okay,
Hmm.
so you have many fields in cybersecurity, like you have SOC analyst, you have many things like security analyst you have, and SOC analyst you have, security consultant you have. So each for that in that cybersecurity you have many fields. Okay,
Hmm.
so like network hacking you have,
Hmm.
uh, you have many things. So if you want to get into the cybersecurity,
Hmm.
especially in web application hacking, if you want to get started, you need to know about the OWASP top 10
Okay.
vulnerabilities. You can simply go to OWASP top 10 website and research about OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, and you can learn from them. You need to start from there. That is the basic for web application. Everything is available online freely. I just started with my self-study resources only, so I won't recommend any courses because everything's available online. you
Okay.
what people do is people trying to gain information from other people. So in this today's generation, people won't share much details. Okay, they
Hmm.
won't give roadmap to you. So
Hmm.
where they that is a place where people lacks. They think no one is helping, they give up on. Okay,
Yeah.
but you have Google. You need to think outside the box, and you can search. You have Medium articles. So when I started bug hunting, I read more Medium articles. I spent hours and hours in Medium articles and post to the website. If you self development is necessary. Okay, you don't need any courses. You have YouTube channels meant for bug bounty hunting, so you can refer that and all. I don't suggest any courses.
Yeah, definitely. When I started into cybersecurity, when I was a kid and got interested into cybersecurity, I remember I heard a line that
Hmm.
in the field of cybersecurity, it's like every hacker is like a crab. They don't want other people, like other hackers, to succeed. They just pull their leg and pull them down. Is
Yeah,
that really like the reality in the field of cybersecurity? I heard that when
yeah.
I started.
Especially if you come into the field of bug bounty hunting.
Hmm.
So if you ask to the researcher what bug you find, some researcher will say the bug name, and
Hmm.
some research if you ask them what program you found, the researcher will not say program name.
Okay.
And also if you ask for methodology, they won't never share methodology because each one has a unique methodology and way of approaching the website. Okay,
Okay.
so they won't share. If they share means it will be a lack for them.
Okay.
uh, they could achieve, they could find bugs. Okay,
Yeah.
so so they never want to share. They have those things. They have the personal methodology and way of approaching the website and targets to find bugs.
Okay, got it. Clear.
Yeah,
So we had a like a raw roadmap, and the only thing is that one need to have self motivation and just know how to Google it. Just research is to know more. There is not a proper roadmap to get into
yeah,
cybersecurity. One needs to just keep on researching, keep on googling
yeah,
and researching about all the resources on the internet. That's what the roadmap is.
Um,
Okay.
Not even Google. You have now you have an advanced chat GPT. You have many
Yeah,
AI chatbots. Are, yeah, you can freely whatever comes in your mind. You can freely search and research everything.
exactly.
Everything is free available. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I can say.
So, okay, got it. That's how one should start with. And is there a like
Yeah,
what how one should start with bug bounties? There are like really experienced cybersecurity experts and researchers like you over there. If someone is a newbie, started into bug bounty programs, how he or she should tackle that way? How he should get into
yeah.
bug bounty?
So what the beginners do is that so they learn one or two bugs. Okay,
Okay.
they just learn one or two small bugs and
Mhm.
go to a real websites to find bugs.
Okay.
So that is the wrong way we are going. So if they learn two bugs and if they try to find all over the website in many websites, they can't find bugs at all.
Okay.
Okay, so they lack uh, hope, and they lack the self confidence in them,
Hmm.
and they give up on it. They can't able to find bugs. First, you need to learn. So basic part is very important, where you need to know about all the vulnerabilities. Suppose if you take injection vulnerabilities
Hmm.
in 2010, cross-site scripting was the first one. Okay, and
Exactly.
2017, injection came the first. Okay, in
Hmm.
injection you have SQL injection, and you have many injection attacks like you have cross-site scripting, you have, and you have RC, and you have many things. Okay, OS command injection, many things. First, you need to know about what is there and what is happening, what mechanism is running behind it. Okay, how the function and server response, what web application is saying, how the request text goes. You need to understand the web application completely,
Yep.
and then you need to learn every vulnerabilities, and then you need to start practicing labs, solving labs. You have codes figures which is completely free. Okay, you can where this is the advice I will give for beginners, who want to start bug bounty hunting. First, they need to know about all vulnerabilities and try to solve labs, and then you need to go in VDP and RDP platform. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
VDP means vulnerability disclosure program. So you need to go. You should not go HackerOne or Buckroad directly,
Okay.
because if you report low level vulnerabilities which you don't know how to report, so your profile marks will be reduced in HackerOne and Buckroad. And
Okay.
what happens is, if your profile mark is reduced, they if you after that, if you submit a valid vulnerability also, they don't accept it. Okay,
Okay.
because your profile is not good, they don't accept, they don't consider this. There is a politics it's working on, and HackerOne, Buckroad.
Okay. So, as you said, once someone is a beginner and want to get into bug bounty, they need to practice labs. So, where they have to like practice the lab, if there's some platform or website or some application where
Yeah,
they should practice that.
yeah. You have many websites like TryHackMe, Coach
Okay.
Figures you have, and Pentester Lab is there,
Yeah.
and many more is available. Okay, there are also free
Yeah.
like Hackspinning
Hmm.
uh, .com is there. They can
Okay.
practice there, which there is easily explained everything, the concept.
Okay. Great. It's like it's very clear. So after that, one have practiced this and practice those lab, and then if one wants to get into a bug bounty programs, they have they have completed the beginner level. They know how to do labs. They have completed a raw structure
Mhm.
of vulnerabilities. They know OAPs and all that stuff. So
Mm.
what platform would you advise for bug bounty for beginners? What platform they should directly get to background, or what platform do you recommend for the beginners?
So first, I will say to find they need to find bugs in RDP and BDP. So
Okay.
if they find in self-hosted programs, like if the company is organizing self-bounty program inside the
Mm-hmm.
company,
Mm-hmm.
not in bug bounty or HackerOne. So
Okay.
if you find bugs there, your marks will your points will not be reduced, because it's a self-hosted.
Okay.
If it's a valid one, they will accept. If it's not valid, they will say what happened. Okay, you will. So if you don't find a vulnerability also, if you submit a wrong vulnerability also, if it is not in scope also, they will say what if you they will say the details, what is there, what happened. You can learn from that also.
Okay.
Okay. So first, I suggest you can go to responsible disclosure program or a VDP program, vulnerability disclosure program, to start your practicing there.
Okay.
And then if you get bugs there, you can go to Bugcrowd or HackerOne or TryHackMe, or not TryHackMe. Yeah, yes, we hack, like the programs. You
Uh,
can go and report bugs there.
okay. Got it. Okay. Clear. So, let's get a touch of what Linux is, and there is a thing mostly famous in the market, in the industry, around students majorly, that if one wants to get into cybersecurity, they need to know Linux, and the hacking is only done through Linux only. Is this correct? If yes, then why? And if
So
not, so yeah.
so Linux is a important thing because Linux handles most of the we have command lines. Okay.
Okay.
So if you ask me, I do bug hunting. If I want to do automation or find run subdomain enumeration, I
Mhm.
use Kali Linux in
Okay.
my Windows, which is freely available in Microsoft. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't run Linux machine like a virtual machine, having Linux in a virtual machine.
Okay. Okay.
So Linux is an important one because Linux, what to say, it will be easy for, like commands are very easy. In that way, we can able to find everything easy.
Okay. Yeah. So let's dive into your experience of bug bounty, how you started it, and what was the first bug bounty program that you won. And let's start with that.
Yeah, yeah. So what happened is, like I said, I did a mistake when I started bug bounty hunting. So
Mhm.
I directly entered into Bugcrowd and Hacker once I started hunting. I didn't go to VDP or RDP. So that's what the advice I wanted to give you now, because I feel regret for that. Okay. So if you are listening that, if your beginners are listening that, so please don't go directly to Hacker on Bugcrowd and reduce your points. Okay. So that's where you lack. So first, I did everything, I learned everything, and I started practicing lab. And I then I concentrated on self programs. Okay.
Okay.
So one of my first bounty program was the XTRM, a global payment website. It's a famous program
Yeah.
for bug bounty hunters. Okay. So it's a global payment website where you can send payments to anywhere throughout the world. Okay.
Mhm.
So I was testing in the login page. Okay. So I created an account and I started testing rate limiting vulnerability. Okay, rate limiting vulnerability is sending unlimited request, like forgot password links, like that. Okay.
Okay.
So what happened is, I can able to rate limit 2FA. I found a rate limit in two factor authentication, where
Okay.
I can able to send unlimited two factor authentication code, which can lead to guess passwords. Okay, well, I
Uh,
mean, which can we can able to guess the 2FA, what is correct next to 2FA will be.
okay. Okay. Got it.
We can able to do brute force to
Yeah.
bypass the 2FA.
Okay. That's a
So that
really
was the
big
bug.
vulnerability a company
Yeah,
could have.
yeah. Another one is I bypassed the Cloudflare security. What happened is, I was testing another subdomain of it.
Mhm.
So what I was doing a rate limit. So Cloudflare has blocked me. So your limit has been exceeded. Okay.
Okay.
So Cloudflare blocked me. So I was in. I got straight what to do here. So I got it. I think I thought I started thinking sometime, and then I came to know about case sensitive vulnerabilities. So sometimes case sensitive vulnerability means sometimes what happens is web application or server is not properly know to how to validate case sensitives, whether it is capital letters or small letters.
Okay.
So suppose assume that the website has the endpoint of with capital letters like reset password with capital letter.
Mhm.
So the first letter of R, I changed it to smaller case. Okay. When I gave enter, so I can able to bypass it. When
Okay.
I change it back to the capital letter R, so Cloudflare blocked me again. So the Cloudflare is not knowing how to handle case sensitive vulnerabilities. So I can able to bypass the Cloudflare security and perform rate limit furthermore.
Okay. Great. That's
Yeah,
really interesting. And how was
yeah,
your
yeah,
experience with WHO? You also
yeah.
dug into
What?
those sides.
So So what happened is I found a vulnerability in the WHO. I reported two bugs. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened is I first went to the WHO World Health Organization program and I read the rules of it. So in out of scope it was there, open redirection was out of scope there.
Okay.
Uh, it needs a security impact. Okay, if it has a security impact, it is considered. So what happened is I reported the open redirect in a logout page. Okay.
Okay.
So I was testing. I enumerated the subdomains and I tried to log in a domain. Okay, subdomain.
Okay.
So when I gave logout, so it was like HTTPS by the WHO. The main domain is redirecting. The subdomain is redirecting to main domain actually.
Okay.
So what I did is I just copied the link of it. So the redirect URL I changed to evil.com like malicious
Yeah.
phishing site.
Yeah.
So when I gave enter, it asked for logout. When I clicked logout, it redirected me to the evil.com. So I reported it. They said out of scope. Oh, I got shocked. Why? It has an impact. Why out of scope? So I really got what to say. I really got angry. And then that evening, I went another time
Okay.
to that bug bounty program. Okay,
Okay.
World Health Organization. So again, I did subdomain enumeration with HTTPX. So I use a tool like Subfinder. Subfinder is used for subdomain enumeration, which if you have a main domain like google.com, it
Hmm.
will enumerate all subdomains like test.google.com,
Okay.
youtube.google.com, like that.
Okay.
And we use tools like httpx. So httpx will say status code of the website, it's
Okay.
available or not. Like 200 means it is an active website. It is 403 means it's a forbidden page. It is 404 means it's a error, 404 page not 4. Okay,
Okay.
so httpx used for that. So I was with a title. If you give a title, it will say
Mhm.
in that page what is there. So I was enumerating subdomain. I came to saw it is a dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
So when I opened the dashboard,
Hmm.
so it didn't ask me password itself. It directly entered me to dashboard. I can able to read all. I literally had 5 admin passwords with me,
Okay.
and I can able to change internal files, delete files, or see everything. So what I did is I was screenshotting everything one by one. Okay, I
Okay.
was not recording a video. Okay, I was just screenshotting everyone to make POC, proof of concept.
Yeah.
So what I did is there is a in configuration there was an option called one time sign up. So I
Okay.
don't know if I on that I will be logged out. I unknowingly I I honored that option. So the
Okay.
website automatically logged me out to ask password. Okay.
Okay.
So I was like what I did. I found a bug and I fixed myself. And what it is so what happened is I had a screenshot, right?
Ah.
So I reported that I itself fixed the bug and I
Okay.
reported a screenshot to them. So they said I will accept the report. So please next time don't do anything changes
Yeah, yeah,
like that. They said,
yeah, I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
that
yeah,
email. You had that
yeah,
email
yeah,
in your stories. Yeah,
ha, ha,
that's
ha. That was
that's
the
funny.
one.
That's funny. WHO is
Yeah, yeah,
replying
yeah,
with such statement.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I posted to that in my cybersecurity group in a Burgundy group. So all were laughing. Oh my god, you did a great job, brother. Like that. One
That's
person is asking. Me,
Yeah.
you went to find bugs or you went to fix the bugs?
Yeah.
I said I went to did both.
Even you could
And
have
then
get thousands of dollars for just fixing that. You could have asked for.
yeah, but they don't have bounty program. They are Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
So then I was added to the Hall of Fame
yeah.
in 29 July.
Okay. Yes, being at a Hall of Fame into WHO is like at this age. What's your age, by the way?
Yeah,
Let the viewers know.
my age is 19.
Yeah, a 19-year-old guy, Indian guy, being in the Hall of Fame
Mm,
of WHO, World Health Organization. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
real motivation for a lot of people out there. Okay, great.
Mm,
There is a lot of stories. We will be maybe having another episode for the bug bounty, specifically for the bug bounty stories of yours. Can we just get
mm.
into a slightest touch of what dark web and like what you wanted to say about dark web?
Yeah, so if you know, so dark web was started by US government only,
Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
So US government started for they need to transfer their inside what is going on,
Yep.
what is happening, so secretly.
Yep.
So later it was publicly announced. So lot of people went to that. So it
Mm.
became like we can able to track anyone in the dark web because dark web has so if before you go into dark web, you need there are three types of web.
Okay.
Surface web is there,
Hmm.
and deep web is there, and then dark web comes. Okay,
Yep.
so surface web is where you can able to access anything, everything like Google, Wikipedia, everything. You can get information.
Okay.
So deep web is where some part of search engines are hidden, where you can actually see. For example, online banking,
Yep.
private databases will be hidden over the
Hmm.
internet.
Yep.
So deep web is used for like illegal activities completely. So in dark web, I'm saying about dark web. Dark web or the website is totally hidden from the web in the from the public. Okay,
Okay.
so you to access the dark web, you all know you will be having it to have Tor browser for that.
Hmm.
So in dark web, what to say? To if you want to go to dark web and if you want to access a specific, if you want to do something, you need to pay money.
Yeah.
Only money owns dark web.
Okay. Great.
So
Yeah.
there are hackers, terrorists, and drug dealers,
Yeah.
and we can't imagine how peoples are there in there. Many
Yeah.
types of people are there.
Yeah. Definitely.
So it is what to say. The dark web people are completely different from real world.
Yeah.
So we have websites like Red Rooms,
Hmm.
where we all may know what is happening in Red Room.
Yeah.
So live murdering will be recorded. It will be like telecast. This will be happening there. If you give money, based on the money, they will say what to do. If you say what to do, they will do. Like
Yeah.
that, it is happening in dark web.
Yeah.
You have drug
Yeah.
websites where you can able to sell or
Yeah.
buy drugs.
Yeah.
You have gun markets. You can able to buy guns or sell guns. You can able to create fake passport, fake driving license, and everything. You literally whatever you want, you can do everything in dark web.
Yeah. What about
Uh,
hackers on the dark web?
so there are scammers and hackers both are there.
Hmm.
So some do coding also is available in dark web.
Yeah.
Coding,
Yeah.
coding, you
You
may
can
know.
get some
So
credit card numbers and with those
yeah, yeah,
phone
yeah,
number, virtual phone numbers with which you can actually pay for pay with them.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So there are many scam websites also in dark web. Most of the dark web is about scam because now
Yeah.
dark web is became highly popular.
Yeah.
So many of the
Yeah.
websites are scam website. So some of the hackers are there who do hacking, who work for you, do for money. They will
Mhm.
help you if
Okay.
you can hire them.
Okay.
You can also hire a hitman there to kill anyone.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Yeah,
videos on YouTube, and but yeah, definitely majority of them are fake. They are scams. Uh, and for a newbie, none of us, not even me, not Nafed bhai, no one would be promoting that kind of stuff or suggesting any newbie to get into there. If someone is
yeah,
good at a decent level into cybersecurity and know how to save themselves, can definitely go and explore that place.
yeah,
There are a lot of illegal stuff, and if you get into any trouble,
yeah. If
none
you
of us
if
would
you
be.
if you if you want to become if you want to become into the come into the cybersecurity field, you can research dark web and get to know what is there. But
Yeah,
you should not do any illegal activities
yeah,
which may harm others or yourself. That's
yeah.
what I advise.
So it was a, like a long and a beautiful conversation to know about cybersecurity, bug bounty programs, and your experience with the bug bounty programs, and a little bit known about the dark web. I think this episode would be a way longer if we would be keep discussing, and the topics that we were discussing could not be covered into a single video of 30-40 minutes. It needs a long series. Maybe in the next few videos, maybe we'll be getting Nafed Bhai or someone else, or maybe